This concrete spaceship-like structure is one of Rio de Janeiro's most iconic buildings. The architectural masterpiece, designed by Oscar Niemeyer, is usually home to the Niterói Museum's contemporary art collections. But here it's housing a rather different type of art, Louis Vuitton's 2017 cruise collection. So why did the label's creative director Nicolas Guesquière choose the Brazilian metropolis to reveal his latest offering? The country is, after all, going through a period of social and political turmoil. But with the upcoming Rio Olympics, the city's impressive cultural mix and spending power, it was an obvious choice. Unlike the often homogeneous selection of models walking in Brazilian fashion weeks, Vuitton's models are decidedly ethnically diverse, and the celebration of difference doesn't end there. Take the androgynous Swiss model Tammy Glauser, complete with tattoos and piercings. The clean abstractionism of Niemeyer's building works seamlessly with the collection's deconstructed pop aesthetic, a look interspersed with warrior-inspired details. Leather, as ever with Vuitton, features heavily. Cruise collections are just another way, outside of the spring, summer, autumn, winter fashion week cycle, of expanding a label's influence. Dior, the LVMH group's other fashion giant, opted for a rather different setting in London. Before presenting the collection, Dior celebrated the opening of its newest boutique. After all, cruise collections are first and foremost about bringing in the cash. The silk rugs and Louis XVI-style furniture ooze old-world French decadence, while artworks by Tony Cragg, Rado Kirov and Mark Quinn adorn the walls. A new shopping experience created by architect Peter Marino, who enjoys pushing the limits of possibility.
Budget. Budget, timing. Timing. The two biggest ones are always, the financial rent on these kind of stores is effrayant. So you have to really build efficiently and quickly. And of course you have to do a budget with your construction and your interior design with the company at the end is a private company and profitability is important. So your two constraints are always time and budget.
Peter Marino's worked with Dior for 20 years now. He's been the brains behind dozens of shop makeovers, and there's often more than a little sparkle.
Well, I like the term of un bijou. I think it's more like des mines de diamants. C'est un peu plus grand qu'un bijou.
Cruise collections are an important opportunity for labels to meet the press, clients and celebrities they hope to woo. With the boutique visit over, the exclusive group of guests is escorted to Victoria Station, from where the Orient Express takes them straight to Blenheim Palace, birthplace of Winston Churchill and masterpiece of Baroque 18th century architecture. Ahead of Hong Kong and even Paris, London is the epicentre of the global luxury goods market. Not surprising then that Dior's opted for a quintessentially English setting for its show.
No, it's not just a coincidence that the boutique is opening at the same time. Let's say that it was a happy convergence, but it was also a challenge. You've seen the boutique. We had to turn two buildings into one, decorate it all, come up with the concept. A huge amount of work that took 4 years to complete. So the two things needed to come together. The teams managed it, and I'm very proud of them. The opening was a big event, and this show at Blenheim, where Christian Dior himself presented his work in 1954 and again in 58, in this place which is just incredible. There might be a little bit of London rain, but that's not bothering us.
Dior's 2017 cruise collection tells the story of a young chic Frenchwoman who visits England and is inspired by British eccentricity, an opportunity for creative duo Serge Ruffieux and Lucy Meyer to reinvent the label's iconic bar jacket from 1947, among others. And last but not least, Chanel in Cuba.
It was a real homage to Cuba and Havana in particular, and it started with the music, and so by embedding it in that, we were all transported. It was like a fantasy version of everything we came to expect. So it was just a very emotional, joyous celebration of everything Cuban.
France has always held a privileged place in the social and intellectual history of the island. Cuba's national anthem is inspired by the Marseillaise, and the two countries' flags share the same colours. Since Havana's decision to open itself up to the outside world after years of frosty relations with the West, Pope Francis, Barack Obama and the Rolling Stones have all paid a visit. Now, it's Karl Lagerfeld's turn.
I love the flowy skirts and the t-shirts, because I like to mix t-shirts and flowy skirts, things like that, because it kind of feels boyish, but kind of cool, you know, so I love that.
Cruise collections are a big deal for luxury goods groups. Not only do they have a longer shelf life than summer and winter collections, allow labels to show off their latest creative talent and attract a huge amount of media coverage, they also contribute massively to the brand's annual turnover.